here. Come fall, I'll hike through here several times. This is one of my favorite little hiking places. All this debris we see ahead of us in the forest here was pushed up here when the river got up to 14 feet in May. There's a U.S. Geological hydraulic site which tells all the river heights, and you can see those times of the year when the river gets super high here at Ohiopyle. There's a river gauge, which I go to on other days. On high river days, I try to go to the river gauges and video the actual river height by the actual, they're just these posts in the river with the river height listed on them, you know. But this is how high the river got, all the way, pushed all this junk up here. In these stick piles, I haven't gone through them yet, but that's where you can find your beaver walking sticks, in these debris piles. I suggest in summer you definitely get first a longish sticks, so that when you're prying out your stick, you use your longish stick, because if you do disturb any snakes, you won't be disturbing them with your hand, you'll be disturbing them with a pickup stick. Anyways, that's my advice. Further on down the river, where fewer and fewer people go, is where I've often found or seen these beautiful beaver cut sticks. In the years before I realized what they were, in the old days I used to think they were whittled sticks that some walking stick whittler had discarded and just thrown, and they just came down the river. Not the case. They were genuine Youghiogheny River beavers who come up along the shoreline, and they'll snatch a brand new tree, chop it down, drag it into the water, eat off the branches, eat off all the bark. They love the bark. There's a YouTube channel I highly recommend called Mike's Videos of Beavers up in Canada, Saskatoon. He's become so accustomed to being around the beavers. There's one beaver that's even come up and sniffed his foot, which is pretty unheard of, but you know, if the beavers don't feel threatened, they'll do stuff like that. This is a great hike in the winter, or if you do it in the summer, just be cautious, especially in the hotter portions of the day. Late afternoon for sure. 10:55. What is it? 5th of August 2025. Youghiogheny River, and ahead of us in the river is what's called the Cucumber Rapids. And we're walking down to the Cucumber Rapids boulder field, which is what I hiked through, which has some incredible fossil boulders, plant fossil boulders, and all sorts of river stick debris there. I've gotten a lot of my beaver sticks there over the years. When you see these piles of sticks that are like this, you can then visualize the river as it was receding, and this was a pile. It leaves them in that direction, sort of pointing up and down river as the river goes back. We're getting into the area where I've seen snakes now. Seen snakes in here. This is also the most interesting area because there's a lot of great fossils in here. It's a party of kayakers. Sometimes they'll actually stop here at the Cucumber Run, where it comes into the Ohiopyle River, get out of their kayaks, and then go look at Cucumber Falls. If you're sort of like a one-time-in-life kayaker and you take it real slow, you can stop and then look at the great stuff along the way. You could go and see Meadow Run slides. You could go see the Cucumber Falls. There's all kinds of fossils on these big flat boulders like this. And eventually erode the boulder, and then you can see the fossil that comes percolating up to be viewed. At 1'9", or roughly 2 feet, the river is quite fun for a beginner, intermediate kayaker. This is Cucumber Rapids, the Ohiopyle River, Ohiopyle State Park.